Hello everybody, welcome to this pick a card for who is in love with you, secretly in love with you, thinks about you all the time. Hello. You got three choices here. You have Hematite, you have black Kyanite, and you have blue Kyanite. So really just choose whatever pops, the first thing, and we can go with that. And if you're new to the channel, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Keep the subscriptions going so we can keep this going. Okay, so we're gonna start with the Hematite right here. So if you chose this deck, you chose the Moonology Hematite deck. So let's go ahead and see what's under here and find out who is secretly or very much so not secretly in love with you. Hello, they've been trying to hit you up this whole time and they're like, where are you at? Okay, where are you at? So, especially during right now with this sun in Taurus, come on now. There's a lot of love to be had out here. So let's go ahead and see. First thing. So it says emotions are running high now. With that, that indicates to be that there could be like a lot of nervous energy around there, or very like excited. Like, you know, when you meet somebody and for the first time, they're just like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. So it's either indicating that you feel this way about somebody or somebody feels this way about you. Like they're feeling like, oh, I don't know how to approach this person. I don't know what to say. It's probably how they feel about you. And it could be somebody you know. It could be someone you don't know. It could be all of this. So hopefully it's kind of like a cute little like surprise and not some type of like stalker situation, which you do not want. And this is a supermoon. So supermoon has a lot of power. Supermoon has a lot of activation. It has a lot of energy. It has like all that interesting stuff. So basically it's saying there's going to be a particular time and a particular place. If this person can get it together, they're probably going to reach out to you. Maybe they'll be really suave, or maybe they'll be a hot ass mess. I don't know. I really can't tell you the difference at the moment, but it really depends on how they balance these emotions out and how they feel. So this person who is thinking about you constantly, who is secretly in love with you, who really wants to be with you, they have not really mastered how to balance their emotions just yet. So if they could do that, they'll definitely like divvy up the courage to come talk to you and be like, hey you, love you. Hopefully not love you, because that's probably gonna turn you off. So let's go ahead and do second card. Hold your vision. So this card to me is a card that really indicates you need to know exactly what you want. So like this is a point where, you know, it's really exciting to have somebody who secretly loves you and wants to be with you, and you know, all that good stuff. But at the same time, like you need to make sure that when this person approaches you, they're exactly what you want, or you are going to give them some mixed energy, some mixed information, make their energy feel ridiculously high and make them feel like, I don't know. It just kind of feeds into this. So hold your vision. And with this fixed moon, I think it's going to give you that kind of grounding that you need at the time when this person comes into your life. Now, it could also indicate that this person who really, really loves you, really wants to be with you, they're trying to balance this energy out. They're trying to hold forth the vision of being with you and spending their life with you and doing this, or just, you know, getting to know you. It doesn't even have to be that serious. And that requires a balance. You know, during this Taurus time, you got to really like balance down. You got to root down. You got to be able to like see the finish line without it being like, oh, I don't know what to do. I'm going to do something crazy. No, you don't want to do something crazy. So next card. Nothing will come of this situation. Ooh, child. So what that is indicating to me the first time is this is going to be probably somebody who's in love with you, but it's going to be like more for fun. And this card is upside down, which is indicating a very much so internal battle, an internal struggle, an internal thing. So, you know, be very light about this. This is not necessarily the person you need to be with. This is a person that you can have a great old time with. And in fact, if you take that pressure off, if you take those emotions off, if you take those kind of feelings off, and what I mean is not like you're coming in here and you're just being like, you know, a savage and you don't care and you're just being aggressive. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that, like, just make it light. Don't make it look like, okay, this is the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. I think you all will end up being really, really, really good friends. And it's very difficult sometimes to transition, you know, people that you dated into friends. But the lighter that you keep it, the more that I think this person will kind of like be really nice in your life. Very kind of like, oh yeah, this is my good friend. And you may have just started off because this person really, really likes you. And they're probably just confusing their energy and their attraction to you in a friendship attraction as something that perhaps is more like romantic. But let's read into the cards a little bit more, because it could also say that the way that this person is approaching the situation right now, nothing will come of it. So if it is in that case, in that scenario, then it would be a lot different. What it would be is that this person really has to balance themselves. They have to change the way that they go about doing things in order to get exactly what they want out of the situation. And this card is upside down, so this indicates internal work. These are very much so external things that you can do on the outside. So if they have to do this internal work, this could in fact be the person you're supposed to be with. It just really depends on how things play out. And really, nothing is set in stone ever. Nothing is set in stone ever. You could have the perfect scenario and just mess it up. Or you could have an unlikely scenario and it just comes all the way back around. So basically, this person has to do the work within them. And if you're at this point in your life where you're like, I really want to find the right person, I really want to know if this person is thinking about me, or I just want to know who this person is, then you also could help them energetically by just balancing yourself, by being like, okay, you know what? Like, just let the truth be the truth. And I'm not going to put no thoughts. I'm not going to put, you know, my own impressions on it. I'm going to just chill. You know, I already know what I want. I already know what I like. Let me see what this is, you know. And if you're one of those people where you have like a lot of suitors and a lot of people who like you, that could be also the chaos and the energy going around, because everybody's trying to get you. You some hot stuff. Hello. Next card. Don't let your pride get in your way. So there's a lot of energy here about like not being balanced in anything in Leo. What do we know about Leo? Leo is big. Leo is out there. Leo is at its best very generous. And Leo also can be very stubborn because they want to do things the way they want to do it. And usually their intention is they want to do things the way they want to do it because they want it to be grand. Like they want something to happen in this big, exciting way. Not because they're just like, this is how I want to do it. Even though it could come off like that, sometimes it's more of like, I just want to do this very big, spectacular thing. Let me do it my way. And that can also get in the way of being with essentially you. So this person right now is really like, I think they're feeling insecure. Like I feel like Leo represents the ego and the ego self saying like, oh, well, they don't like me. They're not going to want to talk to me. So instead of taking this chance, exactly. So instead of taking this chance and going into it, they're just like, So that's where this nothing will come of this situation, void of course, moon. Because if this person continues to do kind of the same old thing that they've been doing, which is be too afraid to come and talk to you or say something, nothing really will happen. So you won't have the opportunity to have a budding romance that could be longer, or even like, you know, just to get to know somebody and be a friend. So this is really standing in the way of them coming and talking to you. But let's see exactly who is it? Like, who is thinking about you? Not what are they thinking? Who? Because you're at this point, you're like, look, I want to know who. I don't care what they're thinking. Well, maybe you do care what they're thinking. But let's go ahead and see who. Adjustments are required. That's very interesting. I'm going to pull a second card to give some context to that. You're very close to achieving your goal. Okay, from that, I'm feeling like this indication of someone that is already like in your life and someone that just needs to make a couple of changes. So if there is somebody that you are kind of like okay with taking like serious, or you're like, you know what, I think I could be with so-and-so, or I think that I could give them a chance, they just need to change that little bit of whatever, I want you to think about that person now. It could be a couple people too. You know, you out here, you cute, you flashy, you fly. So I want you to think about a couple of those people, or if it's just one person, really focus on them. And so this is this internal work of this adjustments needing to be made. You feel like there's something inside of them that it's just like they're just off. Like, you ever meet somebody who you're like, oh my gosh, like this person treats me so nice, they're all of these great things, but there's just something off, you know? Sometimes it's because somebody's being codependent and they want some codependent mess and someone's trying to be nice to you, so don't do that. But a lot of times it's more of like there's just something a little bit off, like a little bit of adjustment. And it sounds like a lot of like insecurity, ego, emotion not being balanced. Like, you feel like, I really like this person if they were more assertive. And they don't got to be assertive as in like coming in the space and owning the space. Some people are like that, but you want someone to just be like, yeah, I know I look good, or like, yeah, I know that I'm going to treat you well, or I know that, you know, you make me feel special. And like someone who makes you feel that way, but at the same time they're not too much, like they're not like, they don't go into it and be like, okay, we're getting married tomorrow. Like, maybe if they do a little joke, but if they get like a little bit too crazy, you'd be like, that's too much. But like, you want to flirt on the edge a little bit. It's okay. You can have both, the best of both worlds. But it's indicating to me that there's some like internal development that this person needs to have. And so it really is up to you. Like, it says you're very close to achieving the goal. They're very close as well. So if you want to walk through this with this person, and be patient, and most importantly, hold on to your vision. Like, I cannot stress this enough. Do not compromise. Do not give into them being emotional, and then you want to be like, oh, I just want to make them feel better in the moment. Like, no, hold on to your vision, let them glow up, and then, you know, you all will be much better at it. And it doesn't even have to be this person has to be with you for the rest of your life. It could be you all just have a really, really fun time. And there's something to be said of that too. And so, yeah, this person, they're coming, like they're already essentially in your life. If they're not in your life, then they're a person who needs to make some adjustments, but they know you. You may not know them, but they know you. And if they don't know you in a physical way, they know you in an energetic way. Like, their energy is pulling them to you. You have something that's like magnetic about you. So let's keep it going, y'all. What else is happening? The answer you need are coming. And so to me, this is actually really indicating like maybe a Gemini themselves. Again, that person could be a Leo, they could be a Gemini, they could have a Gemini sun, Leo rising, they could have a Leo sun, Gemini rising, they could have a Venus in Gemini or Leo. And the reason why I'm thinking that this is necessarily the case is because there's like a lot of like overthinking and emotions are high. And Leos tend to feel that way when they feel like they're being stifled. And Geminis start to feel that way when they feel like they can't analytically understand what's going on. Like, they feel like, oh my gosh, I don't know. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm feeling like insecure about it. And so this energy is saying like, this person may also have two faces. They have both this vibrant and this nurturing side. So at the best, you know, they're vibrant and that other side is nurturing. But at the worst, they're very like high emotion and they're very insecure. So this person actually has to do a lot of self-work to be ready to be with you. Like, that's what this is really indicating. Like, you're the type of person that they want to be their best for. So you should actually not accept this person until they are at their best, or it's really going to throw off their journey and throw off like what they're doing in order to be a better person within themselves. So they just have like a lot of work to do internally. It's not impossible. It's not hard. It's not something that you should be like, oh no, like, you know, it's just too da-da-da. It's the work that everybody has to do, because they feel like you're a prize and they definitely want to live up to that. If you do not allow them to live up to that, they're going to treat you in the way that they are at mentally, energetically, like when they're in that moment. You want them to glow up. You want them to level up. You want them to level up how they treat you. And you want to hold on to that vision because you definitely want to take your time here. So if this person is in your life and they're doing like, you know, baby steps and you want to be like patient with them, let them do that baby steps. Don't like let them do baby steps and then you pick them up on your back and like let them go somewhere quicker because you're like, you know what, I see a lot of potential in you and so I'm going to do this. No, if you see the potential in the person, let them do the work. If they do not do the work, you're going to be dealing with the same issues of this in your actual relationship. And then that's when nothing will come of this situation. Void, of course, moon will definitely be happening, will definitely take place. So just be patient. So like the cool thing about this is that you don't have to do anything. Like you literally could just sit there, you know, look flashy fly, look cute and pretty or whatever it is, and just let them come to you. Let them work their stuff out. And you already know there's a little bit of tidbit of information about what they're going through. So you're like, you know what? You know, you're going to show me that you like me, show me that you know, that you deserve to be around me. And also at the same time, that is no excuse to treat somebody like trash. I'm not saying that you're like, you're horrible, X, Y, and Z, you know, and belittle somebody. No, not at all. Just give somebody the same amount that they give you. So if you're at a maturing level, like I feel like you're more kind of matured romantically, this person needs to do some maturing. And so that's just you being kind of like the mentor in the situation and being patient. Like, okay, take your time. Okay, I'm gonna take it a little bit more serious, a little bit more effort you do, and a little bit more of this and that you do. And then that'll be okay. I think that's what will definitely give that Gemini energy, that two-sided. And it doesn't even have to be, of course, a Gemini. It can also be, you know, a Pisces. It could be any essential sign that's really battling between this old way and this new way, this internal understanding of things and this external understanding of things. So you just want to be patient with them and just be like, you know, take your time. Okay, you got it. I think this works really. If your sign is a Capricorn, Sagittarius, Aquarius, and Pisces, I think it'll probably be kind of easier for you to help them through, because already those signs are like very much so okay with leading and guiding people. It might be a little bit difficult if you're Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer. And I think it's because you're kind of too busy already doing your own work that you're like, look, I don't have time for other people's work. And of course, it doesn't just have to be your sun sign. It could be your rising sign. It could be all this stuff. That's what I really love about the Moonology deck. It definitely brings out those aspects. So if you have never done your natal chart, look at your natal chart and that'll definitely give you some perspective. But let's keep this going. A personal issue reaches resolution. So it sounded like y'all are actually going to be together, to be honest with you. Like, as long as they do all of this work, like, I think that it's going to really come together. And you have full moon in Cancer. And remember, we talked about nurturing, vibrant and nurturing side. So there's an extreme amount of energy and potential for this to work out in your favor. Like, this issue is going to be reached, but you have to approach it from your best foot forward, so that you are essentially the leader in this situation. It doesn't matter if you're male, female, you know, in between, fluid, whatever it is. Even if you're naturally a very nurturing person, you got to be the leader here, because you got more sense than them right now. But once you balance those emotions, because emotions are very much so that water energy, once you're able to balance that emotion, once you're able to create an environment in which they are able to balance their emotion, they're going to be so nurturing and so loving. And like, they're really just going to treat you so well. Like, that's really what I'm getting from this. Like, they're going to give you like a lot of just really, really nice love. And if you come from relationships in the past where maybe people were a little standoffish and they're not there, having patience with this person is definitely going to take it to the next level. And this is what you notice. You notice that we got a lot of full moons. Full moon in Gemini, full moon in Cancer, full moon in Leo. A lot of energy here, and definitely brings out the characteristics of this person. So if they're able to come through and be able to do all this, they should be good. And then we have this card. A fiery climax approaches. Full moon in Aries. So there's this duality here. And the duality here is that if this person reaches those goals, that's those goals of balancing out those emotions, they're going to be wonderful to you. If this person can't, then it's going to be a little bit different. And really what this upside down card is indicating is that they're going to have this like transformation within themselves. Like, it's going to have to be like a really, really big, really major, fiery transformation. Like, it's going to be hard for them. Like, they're like, ooh, this is not like easy for me to do, but definitely it's going to be very much so worth it. So, you know, it's up to you if you want to be, you know, around them and with them as they're going through this. But they're going to go through some very internal things. And, you know, Aries is very, very, very about doing, about action. So they're going to be doing a lot of actions, especially internal work, in order to get there and be ready for you. And then your last card. Oh my gosh, we are full mooning it up. Full moon in Capricorn. Look, let me tell you something. You cannot make this stuff up. The end of a tough cycle approaches. So this person who is secretly in love with you, always thinking about you, wants to be around you, wants to smell your air all the time, they're going to go through this metamorphosis. They're already in your life, and they're actually very close to being the person you need, but they're going to go through this metamorphosis. And when they do, that toughness of their past relationships are definitely going to go away, and the toughness of your past relationships too, because you're being asked to be kind of like more mature. You're not being asked to do something for somebody, but you're just asked to be more mature, and it's going to be worth it. And you know what? It's nice. Like, think about it. You ever been in a relationship where both of y'all got to work so hard over another person's problem? Well, this is at the beginning of the relationship. So they get to work on their own problem by themselves, so they can be great for you. And all you need is a little bit of patience, and just allow yourself to kind of have that time and have that flow. And you know, the end of the tough cycle will approach, and I think that they're going to be very nurturing and very loving and very caring for you. So just hold fast to your vision. Hold fast to who you are. You're a very, very strong person, and this person is going to develop. So like, this person in your life is somebody you know, somebody who needs to make adjustments, somebody you would consider the work in progress. And if you are patient with them, then they will be the person that you could spend your life with or spend time with. But that's really up to you. You know, some people want a person to already be, you know, developed already. And in that, you're not going to get that out of this person who's secretly in love with you. Like, they are going to have to do the work. And if you're patient with them, they're gonna, like, you're gonna reap the benefit. Okay, this is this is passive income here. Like, you're sitting there and you're letting your apple tree grow, and you're letting it fruit itself, and you know, you're letting the fruit fall down too. So this indicates the person is right there. Okay, so close. So I hope you really, really enjoyed that. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Please, 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 please subscribe to keep this going. And yeah, excited to see how it goes. So go ahead and drop a comment in the comment section about how you felt. Like, drop your sign, drop a little sign, you know, drop if you felt like Cancer, Capricorn, Gemini, or whatever it is that you're feeling. So boom. So if you chose the second deck, the Black Kyanite deck, you chose the Goddess deck. So let's find out who is secretly in love with you, madly in love with you, always thinking about you, think that you are the best thing since sliced bread, okay? Let's see if it's somebody you know. I'm very curious. Is this a person you know? Is this a person that you don't know? A person around you? So this is going to give you a lot of goddess energy, and that's going to kind of point you in the right direction forward, and just to kind of, like, you know, ease your curiosity. So our first card. So we have Damara. So guiding children. You are good at helping, counseling, and healing children. Use your skills to help children now. So this, off of the bat, either it's connecting to who you are, or it's connecting to who they are. So they might perhaps be a teacher, be somebody who has children, be somebody who is around children often, who likes children, who wants to have a family. So here's the thing. This is a good thing about this, because if you're the type of person that wants to have a family too, this person who really, really loves you, like they love you, wants to do that for y'all's kids. If they don't already have kids, or they don't have kids in their life already, they are very nurturing, very much so. You can see that as like Cancer energy, the sign Cancer energy, and like kind of just very like sweetness. It doesn't even have to be feminine, you know. They don't have to be a feminine person. They can be, but they're just nurturing. So, you know, the aspects of femininity and the aspects of masculinity that can be nurturing, that is who they are. So they're very sweet. They're gonna be very sweet to you. So if you're a little bit harder, like you're like one of our earth signs, this is going to be very lovely for you, because you're like, oh, this is so nice. If you're one of our water signs and they're water as well, then it's going to be super familiar. And then, you know, with the other signs too, it's going to be something new and something nice and something refreshing, but definitely something to give you a lot of energy and loving and nurturing. So let's go for our next card. Focused intention. So with Diana, it says, keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make your mark. This is basically saying, like, you need to know exactly what you want. Like, if you know exactly what you want, this person who secretly loves you, always thinking about you, like, they are going to be in your life. And it's the same for them. Like, they like you a lot, and they're like, you know what? If I focus and I make this person the person that I want to be with, it's going to work. So they're like in the middle right now of really conjuring up this energy to be like, look, I'm going to make the best decisions possible and go for it and get the person that I'm trying to get, who happens to be you. So right now, like, they're really contemplating this, and they're really thinking about this, and they're really like galvanizing all this energy within them in order to be like, you know what? Like, here's my bow, here's my arrow. I'm about to cupid you, okay? And we about to be together, or, you know, we're about to get to know each other and be nurturing. So they really have a strong energy, a strong attachment to you. And I think because of that, either they're very like energetic themselves and they may not know you, but they can pull you to them. Or they already know you, and, you know, they're just thinking about how to do it, because they're like used to being nurturing. They're used to being the one who's just very nice and sweet and subtle about it. But in order to get you, they got to be a little bit more action oriented, a little bit more focused. And so they're getting their mind right to be able to do that. Next card. Ooh, be bold. So like I was saying, with them needing to be a little bit more focused, they're also putting themselves in a position where they're like, to catch your attention, they're going to have to be more bold. So naturally, if they're the type of person where they, you know, are very nice, very kind, very nurturing, something you're going to really like, you know, to catch your eye, they're going to have to be bold, a new type of bold. So you might like somebody who's like, does something a little bit off the beaten trail or something, or maybe a person who is just very secure in themselves. Like, they don't even have to be flashy. They're just somebody who's secure in themselves. You're like, ooh, that's sexy. I like that. You know, like, ooh, ooh, okay. And so they're realizing that, like, look, in order to get you, you know, this is who they are. In order to get you, I got to do some bold stuff. I really got to, you know, unleash that adventurous side and take a risk and be daring. And so that could also mean, like, somebody you already know, and they're going to take you on some fun dates. And they're going to be, you know, them taking you on these dates is going to be, like, really them being as bold as they possibly can. They're going to do some things they don't normally do. So it's really important for you to tell these people, like, oh, I like this. This is cool. Let's up it a level. Or I like this. Let's keep it here. Or, you know what? Let's be more chill the next time. Because right now they're really just kind of letting it like go free for all, you know, trying to put themselves out there because they're trying to catch you. Like, this is like one of their arrows going towards you. It's like, okay, you know what? Let me try to be the biggest, you know, peacock out there with the biggest feathers and see if this person comes to me. So let's see what else is going on. And let's go ahead and ask if this is somebody you already know, or if they're in your life. I think for me, what I'm getting a sense of is that you are dating kind of like this, like, you know, like dating apps, dating people you know, all of this stuff, and that you're going on dates, and this person really likes you, even if it's virtual dates. So if they definitely put a lot of effort into that, that shows that they're like trying to be there for you. And purification, it's time for a cleansing, a detox of your body and mind. And so this could indicate a quarantine period. That's probably what's happening here. So like, this person is trying to be bold. They're trying to get your attention. They're trying to be out there. They're trying to, like, you know, woo you. But at the same time, like, they don't have access to your body because of quarantine. And also it's like a balancing, you know, when you see somebody and y'all are in each other's presence, you behave differently than when you're alone by yourself. Like, if you ever watch that show, what is it, Love is Blind? It's like they acted so differently when they were on the phone. One of the couples, even like when they were arguing, they had to get behind like a wall and like them talk it through because they were so used to that, because your energy is just so different. So this is basically talking about, like, this is going to be like a quarantine, bae. It's going to be a quarantine bae, quarantine boo, who's like, you know what? I'm trying to get to know this person. I'm trying to find a way to really be out there and like let them know that I really, really, really like them, really like they honestly love you. Appropriately so. I don't think that they should jump and be like, I love you just yet, because it doesn't make sense. Y'all don't really know each other. If this happens to be somebody that you've known for a long time, maybe a friend, maybe an associate, and they want to get a little bit closer to you, I think that love of the friendship, of like knowing who you are, that's definitely building in them, and they're just trying to find their right move, especially since they're limited by being able to be there with you. But this is a good thing. This shows that this person is serious, because everybody else is gonna be dropping like flies, you know, new flies will pop up. This person is really trying to like blossom into a butterfly. Hello, blossom into a butterfly. So blossoming right there. So this internal work that they're doing to really match that focus intention, like they're growing so much to be able to level up to be with you. They're like blossoming, and you might be blossoming too. This might be like a new way and a new approach for you to approach dating, to approach relationships, to approach getting to know somebody, or just somebody who likes you. You know, it's just 100% new for both of y'all. And so like this person is like really, really going to stick it out, and they're going to think about you. Like even if they didn't do any of this, they would still be thinking about you. They would still be like, oh wow, I really wish I could just, you know, be there. Also with this guiding children, there might be an age difference. That could also be an indication too of you being older or them being older, and there being kind of this like nurturing kind of, I'm getting mother energy. It doesn't matter what gender you are or they are, but this nurturing, they're gonna make you feel very nurtured, very protected, and like as you can tell here, like they just want to take care of you, and they want you to just take it easy and just enjoy life, and that's what's going to make them happy to be around you and to like kind of woo you. Ma woo Mother Earth. So this is an indication to me that you or they are going to be very much so into environmentalism. So everything that's going on now with quarantine, this is going to be very, very important to them. So they might be vegetarians, they might be vegans. If they do eat animal products, they are probably much more conscious. They want to do like organic things, or they want to do humane sourcing of these things, and it's going to really, really matter to them. And that's where they get this nurturing from. That's why they're like that, because they feel that way from not just you, but just how they look at the earth as a whole. So maybe a part of the things that you all will be talking about and you all will be focusing about is just like really how to make the world a better place, you know, how to be like to recycle, how to conserve, how to, you know, lower your ecological footprint, like do all that stuff. So they're really, really into that. So they might be earthy, they might be like hippie, they might be someone who is a little bit of like a shy free spirit. Like they have all this free spiritedness, but they might be a little bit shy, or they might be bold when it comes to you. So they are invoking these feelings of boldness when it comes to you. Next card. Past life, you all know each other. So it could be someone, that's when I brought up the fact that this could be someone you knew a couple years ago that like is kind of resurfacing in your life. It could also be like an energetic thing, like, you know, you all knew each other in a past life, and like the way that you all date is going to be so familiar to you. So it could also be y'all dated before, and so this is going to be very different here, and it's because you all dated before, whether earlier in your life or in like a past life situation. You're going to approach it differently with this cleansing detox of the body and the mind, and so it's going to be better off in general. Like this person, like dealing with this person is going to be better in general. There's just going to be a better level of maturity. There's going to be like a come-uppage. Like there's going to be like so much better than how things were before. And of course you all are like co-creating every moment of your life, so you get to have that aspect with them as well. And so this person is very familiar. So if you don't, you know, you didn't date them in the past, they just seem super familiar to you. They might be similar to you as well. And then you have be strong. And so here it's like the pillar of your relationship is going to be strength. This person is going to be, I actually don't even feel like it's this person. I feel like this is you. I feel like you are going to be very strong. You are going to be the person that they want to be with, and they want to build, like they want to be right by you as you build yourself up. And they have this internal strength that they want to give to you, and that they want to nurture within you, that they want you to blossom and you to bloom. And so that's like their only like intention. Like they want a relationship of strength, and they see you as that. Like this is how they see you in their eyes. That's why they're so attracted to you. That's why they're just like, oh, I want to be there. So it really is sounding like you're probably the stronger of the two. Even if it's just an internal thing, it really doesn't matter. Like I said, it doesn't matter what your gender is. Like it doesn't matter any of those things. It's like the internal aspects of it. And easy does it. I think it's like, just take it easy. Like don't take it too serious. Don't put too much pressure on each other, because there's this strength. You know, this could easily become very heavy, especially during like a Taurus energy. Like you do not want it to be like way too heavy. So just easy does it. I think that's going to be easier on your thoughts, easier on your mind, easier on all, you know, the stuff that comes in between. And so our final card, we have the High Priestess. You have divine knowledge that can help others through your spiritual healing. So I think you all are about to be very like, very metaphysical. You're very much so into like cards, you're into this. And I think that you all are going to meet each other in that space. So it could be a healing circle. It could be something like artsy fartsy. It could be like those kind of things. Those are the spaces that you all are going to be in. And there's going to be a knowing and understanding, because what do you notice here? That right there is the earth. The earth is right here. So it's you all are probably going to be, or like, a common space that is very much so surrounded by connecting and understanding like your presence here on earth and things like that. Like, you know, you can't just go in and have all this trash and think that it's going to be okay. Like, no, like you all share this. And so you're highly intuitive yourself to know. And they love that about you, because they're very nurturing. They just want to nurture that energy within you. So if you chose this deck, which was the black kyanite, a very strong stone, that's your healing. Y'all have fun now. Go ahead and comment to me how you feel about this feeling of this person. Do you know who it is? So if you chose deck number 3, you chose the blue kyanite. So this was very strong with psychic abilities and everything, third eye, throat chakra, speaking your truth, you know, seeing that kind of like special stuff in the future. So you might be a little bit more intuitive, or they might be a little bit more intuitive, or both. So let's just see what's going on here. So already with this blue, it's just so much blue, like beautiful, like teal blue energy. Let's see what your first card is. 7 of Swords. So this is the Modern Witch deck. So 7 of Swords is indicating that it's like you're making your way, or this person is making their way to their future, and they're kind of letting go of their past. Like the swords indicate very much so mental energy, thinking about things like that. And like, as you can see, she has 7 swords, she has 5 and 2 behind. And if you're going to continue to look behind you, it's going to be a very like difficult situation. So already we're thinking of this person who is secretly in love with you. They want to be with you. They like you. They love you. And it's either you are needing to let go of some stuff, or more than likely they are needing to let go of some stuff, because they consider you the 5 swords. But these 2 swords are kind of like, you know, they got their gaze behind them, but they're walking in the right direction. They're walking towards you. So let's get like a little bit more understanding of like what's going on with them when it comes to you. So you have the Knight of Wands. So they're someone who's going to be naturally bold. Like they're naturally going to take an action. Like they're naturally going to come for you. Like when I say come for you, I mean like they're coming to like, you know, love you in a sense, and be there and, you know, want to do things. They give me a lot of like Aries energy. So maybe Aries in their rising, their sun, or some aspect, maybe Aries in their Jupiter, Aries in their Venus. Like they just have this energy that like, look, it doesn't even matter if they have a plan, like they're gonna go do it. You know, they're coming. And do you see like she is looking this way and this person is looking that way? So it also could be an indication of you two, to be honest. Like this is this person and this is you. You are like, you know what? I'm not going to do the same old mess that I've been doing in the past. I'm going to, you know, cut my losses, and I'm still blessed and my hair looks fabulous. My heels is popping, you know, I'm still like super blessed. I'm going to walk away, but like, you know, still like thinking and processing through the old things. But here it is, this person is coming to you, and they're coming to like, they don't care about all this stuff. You know, someone might get their feelings hurt, like, oh, you know, you're like still stuck in the past. They're like, they don't care. They're like, look, you know what? Come spend some time with me. I'll make you forget all that stuff. So that's really the energy that they're bringing into it. And this is really, really nice for someone who like is trying to get over someone else, or trying to get over their past, or, you know, someone who thinks they're too independent to be with somebody, but at the same time they want to be with somebody. This person is like, look, I'm coming. Okay, I am coming to spend this time with you, girl. And then you have the Ace of Cups. So already we have swords, we have wands, and we have cups, those feelings, those emotions. Look, we got our little love right here too. So basically it's going to be passionate. That's number one. Like this interaction is going to be a passionate one. Do I know if it's going to last forever? I don't know. We don't know yet for the cards yet. You all co-create every part of your life, so that's up to you. But this is going to be a passionate one, and sometimes passionate things don't end up being the end all be all, or sometimes it does, you know, because passion in a good way is exciting, and the passion in a bad way is like mad drama. But as of now, like this is good passion. Like this is like, this person is coming, like the way they view it is they're about to rescue you, girl. You walking in your heels, you probably tired too. They got a horse and everything. They're about to just put you right on top of that horse and come on, we about to go do so. We about to have good time. I'm gonna take you to different places, and so there's gonna be a lot of emotions, a lot of energy. It's gonna be very easy for you to fall in love with this person. Super duper easy. Like there is just, it's natural. This is a very natural thing. Like y'all are attracted to each other at the right time in your lives, and you're able to be what that person needs. Like you all are perfect for each other. Like perfect for each other. Two of Pentacles. Okay, so what do we have now? We have everything here. We have swords, we have wands, we have hearts, and we have pentacles. So this balance, like, so what is coming off to me is that I'm feeling like you all are like on the same page when it comes to, when I say finances, like in the same place as life, in life. So you're gonna have a similar like job kind of thing. Not that you're doing the same thing, but a similar income level. And like you all will be balancing. It can be that, or it can be like you all will balance between someone being a little bit more frugal and somebody wanting to spend a little bit more. But it's a balance that you all are willing to do and you like doing. So it's not something that you don't like doing it. It's just like you don't mind that. It's like the perfect harmony between the two. You add like one more factor and it'd be like, eh. So you all are naturally just really good for each other. Like this, whomever this person is, like it's just such an easy fit for you. It's such an easy flow. So let's get some more like perspective on who this person actually is in your life. Like who are they? Who is this person? Okay, because I want to know. This is looking exciting. So we have justice here, balance. It's going to be a very balanced relationship. And not even just that, this person is very balanced. Like they're very like, this justice comes off to me as Virgo. So maybe they have some Virgo in their chart. Maybe they have, you know, some other earth sign energy can be that too. But definitely getting Virgo. So if you know any Virgos, Virgo Sun, Virgo Rising, Virgo Venus, North Node in Virgo, those people, like there's somebody who is really, okay, let me describe it for you. Somebody who's like, sometimes they're by the book, but really what it is they believe in balance. Like they believe in, you know, good and right, and they want things to be fair. They want things to be equal. So whomever that is in your life, I want you to think about that person. The first person who comes to your mind, even if it's somebody you don't want, that's usually who it is. So let's put a little bit more thought into it. Like, who is this person? And so they're also someone who's, you know, balanced, but they're not afraid to take risk. And the first thing that popped out to me was Scorpio. And Virgo and Scorpio are right next to each other. So it could be a Virgo-Scorpio cusp. It could be someone around that time of September, October birthday. So if you know somebody whose birthday is around that September, October birthday, like that is the person. That's who this is. Like they really, really like you. Let's get some more understanding. Queen of Pentacles. And at the end of the day, they just want to nurture you. Like this person also is just trying to throw them dollars at you, okay? Like they're trying to like just be there and kind of shower you with these like beautiful gifts, and they're trying to like, you know, like nurture you in a kind of sense with it too. So this could be someone who's very, very giving, like, and that's why you all like each other, because y'all are with each other, or y'all are going to meet each other, or this person is going to come into your life at the exact moment you need, and it's going to be so perfect. Again, I'm not trying to be unrealistic and be like, oh, it's going to last forever and ever. I'm simply saying that this is the right person in your life who really, I think what I'm getting here is kind of like a balancing of karma, where it's like maybe you were the person who had to do the most in relationships before and had to do so much, and this person, like they just feel called to you to come and just like be nice and like be there and have a good time and love you down and to nurture you with all of these gifts, because they just got that energy within. Like there's something about y'all too that they want to pour themselves, I don't want to say pour themselves, but pour their overflow of love into you. So there's someone in your life who is very loving, very, 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 very loving, like super loving personality. And you got the Queen of Wands as well. So someone who's super loving, and someone who is like the master of doing all things like, let's have a good time. So the way that they're going to show you is they're going to shower you with gifts, as well as they're going to want to be out and about. They're going to want to show you off. They're going to want to take an action in order to like show how much they care. So I don't know if y'all ever saw Jason Lyric, where like, you know, Jason is out there, and Jada Pinkett, you know, he has the little he gets his friend who is the security guard to open up the museum to them, and then he does all this very like cultural stuff, and it like just wows her. Like this is how this person is. This person is the type of person, well, they want to go above and beyond, and they definitely want to like show you through their actions how much they care. So that's how they're going to show they care. So if y'all ever got an argument or something, like they would be very action oriented to make it better. And then you have Page of Pentacles. So I think this person is going to be making like a career change or something like that. And you're going to be a big part of it, meaning like as they're kind of going on this new journey, you know, they're going to feel very much so a release, being able to be there for you and be around you and, you know, be all like in your energy. So it's just a very, very like happy kind of thing, happy kind of energy. And your last card is Temperance. So basically, like what this Temperance is giving off to me is that this is a relationship. This is this person who, you know, secretly loves you, thinks about you all the time, who has this kind of Scorpio, Virgo energy, who, you know, wants to come and just like be like so loving on you and this and that. They're going to go through a transition, and they're really, really going to enjoy having you in their lives. So if someone you know is very much so justice oriented, going through a transition, specifically financially, and just is a great person to be around, that's the person who really feels some type of way about you. They really, really love you. And the good thing about it is that here's what Temperance is telling us. It's one of two ways. As long as you're balanced, because remember we had that balance here with the Two of Pentacles. As long as you're balanced and always balancing, this is going to be like a match made in heaven. It's going to be so easy. Like I see y'all as like conquering the world type thing. If this goes out of balance, you know, all of this stuff then becomes equally hard. So what I would say to that is just like, you know what, allow this person to go through their transition. You know, don't try to hold them back. Don't try to tell them like, oh, don't change, because you think that if they change into this new thing, that, you know, they're not going to do these loving things for you. No, it's because they're changing into this new things that it inspires them to continue to do these loving things. So whoever that is, it's like old friend energy. It's like, it could be a new person in your life though. It's just like all of this energy of just somebody who wants to come and just like be there and be there with you. And they're a dynamic person. They have very big personality. And I think you're gonna love that. You could be a little bit more quiet. You boss up in a different way, and they love that about you. They just want to build that up in you, and they boss up more externally. And just having that balance between y'all two. Y'all real cute. Hello. So go ahead and let me know if you know who this is. And just tell me if anything came up for you, and go ahead and drop your sign in the comment box in the comment section, so we know what's going on. So I hope you like this pick a card, and until next time, for the blue Kyanite, y'all was fun. Bye.